bad boss who tells you what to do, don't you? You probably have that lazy coworker that gets the same paycheck, don't you? And they're like, yeah, it sucks. You get them on your side. And then you offer a solution. When you get people on your side and you offer a solution, if they say no to the solution, they just missed out. What it said in this CD, I have to get this, it's amazing. What it said in this CD is it said you don't have to convince someone 100% that this is better. You just got to get them from 100% to 99%. Because that 1% of negativity about their present life, it's going to eat them away. Right? If you find out someone has 2 jobs and you focus on that time freedom, that's going to leave one impact. But now when they go into work tomorrow, all they're thinking is, man, that guy, that woman, she told me that I could have time freedom, that I'm working to work. Like anyone who had a job while starting Vima, that you thought about how much you did like that job? Yeah, oh my God.
So you go to work now.
Oh my God.
My job is getting worse.
Oh my God.
I used to like it, I think.
You don't know anymore. You got to find that 1%, and then they're gonna lead themselves to the close. You want to close people? Where's Cole? Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to close people? They'll lead themselves. All you got to be is the bumper guards in the bowling alley. It's gonna hit. It's gonna strike. 100%. You just gotta. That's it. And they'll lead themselves to it. But.
And the only other thing with objections is you just haven't shown them it's worth their time and their money. If it ever comes up the value of the product, the value like how much their time is going to be worth. Because I had a kid the other day who's like, well, dude, I don't want to use all my free time with this. I was like, so what you're telling me is you don't see this opportunity valuable enough for your free time.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. I was like, why is that? And so I just started digging at him. All you have to do when you get objections is ask questions. Don't ever come back at them. Don't shoot back at them, because that's the biggest thing people mess up with. Because if you start going back and forth with people, and it's like a third party sees that, it looks like 2 dumb people arguing. If you're sitting back and you're certain, and you're sitting there asking them questions, and they're coming at you, they're gonna look like the stupid one in the conversation. So always be the most certain. Always just ask questions.
Yeah, isn't that the weird perception? Jordan Belfort talks about this in Straight Line. He says most people who are salesmen or in some type of promotion or sales, they think asking questions is being too pushy. That's not. Talking is being too pushy. Asking questions is invested.
And a lot of times people just need that extra push. So many times, like, don't even say, okay, cool, like, well, let's get you doing well in Vimo, let's get you making money. Say, okay, cool, let's get your website set up. Let's get some product coming towards you. Like, what's your address? Do you want it shipped to? Just little like hinting questions like that. Don't be like extremely straightforward with it. But I just say stuff like that because I mean, you really do is like set up the account, and all they do is just order the product and they start consuming it. So if you say it in terms like that, rather than they're starting some multi-million-dollar global business, it's not as much of a responsibility. Like it's just like a little baby step for them.
It continue to do what Takeover does best. Everyone orders product after events because they need a product. People who don't order the box, they're gonna feel like crap the next day because they had this the first day. Mm-hmm. So you guys do a great job of getting people ordering products.
Kill it. Oh, yeah.
It's great. Every event I go to, everyone orders. So here's a conversation I had with a prospect of mine. Check this out. Talk about being straightforward. And I think the reason I was able to be straightforward with this prospect because it wasn't my only one. Right? If you have one prospect and one person on your list, aren't you dying to enroll them? Right. Please, just you enroll. Now, what if you had 100 prospects and one says no? You're like, you're fine. You're like, that's not that bad. So I didn't even want her to enroll. I almost thought to myself, like, I don't even want her to enroll. And it worked because now she's enrolling. So, okay, so this is what the conversation went like. This is real life, so it's not all theory. So I FaceTimed her into her event, or his event, excuse me. No, not her. No sleep, man. No sleep. Okay. I said, you free for 15 minutes? She said, yeah. I said, I'm going to FaceTime you. Never asked. You demand. Every single time. I'm going to FaceTime you. She said, all right, I'll hide because I'm sick, whatever. So she watched it. I sent her a video based on asking her what video I want, what she wanted to see. She wanted to know more about the pay. If people aren't enrolling, I 100% guarantee you it's because of the pay. Is that your car? Your truck?
No.
Oh, I got wait.
Good thing.
You put money in the car for the speakers, man. Okay, so she watched the video on how to get paid. She finished it. She said, just finished it. I said, that's amazing. What was your favorite part? I guess that you build it once and it pays you forever. This is what I said. Awesome, let's get you started. She said, for sure, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. He was typing for me, okay? I said, great. Do you want to go with the good way or the great way? What does that make them think? I don't want the good way. Oh, great. She said, I have to wait until my next paycheck to afford it, so I'm not sure yet. He came up with this response. He said, so what you're saying is that you have no way of getting the money until your next paycheck? She said, nope, I had it for my last one, but for medical bills. No one here will loan it. I mean, I'll have it in a week. I think because you said it like that, she said, no, I'm going to have it. Right? So you're telling me you can't get it? No, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And I said, okay, so when, like Friday? She said, exactly. I said, okay, should I pencil you in for Friday? And until then, do you want me to send you material? She said, sounds good. And I was like, what material do you want me to send? So I sent specific material, not just a bunch. And then she said, I'm most nervous about making the system work, getting people on board, getting people to say yes. Now, am I going to start telling her about the health benefits of VEMA at that point? No, she doesn't care about that. She wants to know that. So I sent her Derek Alexander's system. And I sent her, wait, are you serious about this? And she said, I wouldn't bother investing if I didn't plan on trying to get the most out of it. I said, awesome, see you Friday. I qualified her. He helped me do this.
And then don't talk to her until Friday. Unless she wants more material, then like just ask what they want. Because I had a kid last night. He said he had like terrible car issues. He really can't get the money because like he has to pay for his car first. And obviously it's transportation. I was like, awesome. Well, when do you think you'll have it done? He's like, this day. I was like, all right, great. And so we said we're gonna sign up that date and time. I was like, do you want me to send you material until then so you can stay kind of plugged into what we're doing? He was like, yes, of course. And so you just have to ask the right questions with people. That's all it is.
So what do you do like when somebody comes that day and they give you more and more excuses? What do you follow up with then?
You ask for a deadline or you tell them straight up.
Yeah, dude.
You say, okay, so last time you told me you were going to get it. This time you told me you don't have it. Let's be real. You're not going to get it. Say that. I know it's
That's
the best way to do it.
No, I did that with someone
String
in my
along.
business. He was telling me he was trying not to follow the system, and I was like, dude, listen, if you want to follow the system, I'll work with you. If you don't want to follow the system, just cancel your auto delivery. And he got back on with his enroller, someone in my downline. He was like, dude, I can't believe you just said that. Are you serious? Like he was freaked out because I actually told him to cancel his auto delivery because he wasn't going to follow the system. And so, dude, if you're not going to follow the system, then it's not going to work. So you have to be straight with people, make people value your time. That's one thing. Like if you just chase people, like, hey man, I really want you to do this. I really want you to do this. You're coming from lack. You don't need to ever come from lack.
That's what
they need to value your time.
Exactly. And the problem is if you're not straightforward with people before they join, when they join, they're kind of not going to listen to you. They won't because they're like, nah, this guy's chill about things. It's fine. If you're like, no, you got to enroll now. Like right now, you're not going to get the money due. We both know it. When he does, he's going to listen to you like, yes sir, yes sir. Being coachable. And everyone wants a coachable philosophy, don't we?
I did that today with that training with that kid. Remember when he was like, taking
Oh,
notes?
yo, tell him this story. So we had a training with like 40 kids in Crown Point, Indiana. It was an Uber with me, the 40 kids in a room, and then 2 new guys. And one guy was kind of old in the business, maybe 3 months in the business. So I did my throwdown and he did it. What'd you say? What'd you say with the notes? With the notes, what was it?
Oh, the 3 P's and the 3 C's.
Well, what'd you say to that kid when he wasn't taking notes?
Oh, I said, I basically used you. I was like, dude, Varun takes notes, Tom Alcazan take notes, Anthony Powell take notes. Why are you too good to take notes?
And he didn't, and he waited. And that means 40 kids and that one kid were looking at that kid on the Uber going, "Tell your notes, man."
And he was like, "Oh, well, I was talking to this kid." And then someone in the back goes, "Take notes." It was so funny.
Someone in the room like, "Take notes."
So, dude, if you make someone like, not like in a bad way, if you make someone look stupid, like, of course they're gonna like take notes after that. Like, if I sat there and called him out and just waited to say anything else and looked at him on the Uber.
Yeah, he has no option but
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
I mean, he could click out, but then that doesn't hurt you. Proctor says this all the time. Proctor says when someone wants me to fly out there, I give them my price, and if they don't, if they want to negotiate, I say I'm sorry.
You gotta know your value.
You gotta know your value.
Have you read Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah.
When Robert Kiyosaki was talking about when someone was about to meet with his poor dad.
Yeah.
He was like 2 minutes late, and the guy left. He's like, "No, my dad will be here in like a couple minutes." He was like, "If your dad wants to show up on time for my appointment, then we can reschedule. But let him know." Like he literally was 1 minute late, and he just left.
Business.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Make people value your
my
time.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Too many times we're members.
Dude, you're a CEO, man.
Yeah,
Think
you're a
about think you're a
CEO, yeah.
CEO.
Know your CEO.
You know it, and you have to psych yourself out. You guys can. PJ probably saw what we were doing in the car before we came in here. Same thing I do every single time. I was looking in the mirror. I was looking at him. It's like, I'm it. I'm right. They're wrong.
Build it
I'm
back,
right.
build it
They're
back,
wrong.
build
I'm
it
right.
back.
They're wrong. I'm right. They're wrong. You heard build it back. Build it back. Build it back. Build it back. Build it back.
Yeah. Hey, isn't the dude Wolf of Wall Street gonna be at our conference?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is he
he's
still
there.
coming?
Yeah.
What's the name? I don't know if
They
it's
had him
Aaron
on the
Thomas.
promo.
Yeah.
It's an app you can download. It tells you all
Eric
the
Thomas.
speakers and stuff.
The
Yeah,
hip hop preacher.
Motivational speaker.
They call him
Yeah,
hip
hip hop preacher.
He's a boss.
But yeah, what other stuff can I answer specifically?
You got any questions?
Any experiences, troubles you guys are having? Be stupidly positive. What I did one time, this might help someone in your business who's struggling and kind of being negative. Has anyone had a negative person in their business yet?
Yeah.
That'll happen all the time, okay? So this guy at Ball State, I won't say names, we were game planning, and he was kind of mad because he wasn't. Everyone else around him was higher ranked than him, and he was like, "Oh, why can't I get there? I'm putting in work," like that kind of stuff. And I just pulled away for a little bit because I wanted to see what he was going to say without me saying anything. And I counted how many times he said "pissed off." Okay, 10 times. And then after he's like, "Dude, I don't know what to do. I'm doing everything I need to do." And I was like, "How many times did you just say pissed off?" He's like, "I don't know." I was like, 10 times. And I just went back to my Instagram because I needed positivity. I was on my Instagram looking at quotes, and he heard it, and that hit him so hard. And then he started saying, "Yeah, man, I'm still so." And then he paused, like, "I'm not pissed off, dude. I'm just happy. I'm just happy."
Yep.
Catch people, correct people. Who was I telling about the text message thread about the kid being negative to me? You? Yeah, some guy hit me up. He's like, "Dude, my business is falling apart." That's gonna happen, by the way. I've lost hundreds of people in a month. It doesn't matter. My business is falling apart. I don't know what the problem is. A very negative text. Can you imagine if your one PQ text that? Wouldn't that kind of ruin your day for a little bit? Mm-hmm. That's my day. I said, "Bro, text me back with something positive." That was way too negative. Deleted the thread. So that's negative. That's sucking out energy to negativity. Negativity pulls more energy than positivity. I don't know. I'm learning a lot from Jad. You guys have a great leader.
Dude, he's the man.
Jad, you guys try to better. What does Jad say? He came up with this theory. Oh, you guys need to watch the Fort Wayne Ustream. We need to do that. Team Takeover needs to have a mini regional. They rented out a hotel, $60. Everyone put a bucket. Hotel, little conference room, 60 people in the room. They basically went through the steps. It's on Ustream. You have to watch that. It was phenomenal. And that's what I was telling him. Has anyone has retention problems? People getting on and then quitting the next month?
Yep.
I have that a lot. If you do mini regionals every 60 days, every 30 days, it'll keep people on board. Because the people who've been in for a while, they're going to get a boost of energy. The people, it's spilling.
Oh, dang, man.
Yeah, you messed up, man.
I have my whole closet in the car. So
Yeah, right. And then the people who are new are like, "Wow, this is amazing." You got to do that stuff. I messed up on that. I thought regionals have to be like hundreds of thousands of people, but Sam told me he goes to regionals with like 20 people, and that's all you need. Because you find 1 out of 20.